Some people had presence. Others merely wished they possessed that magic something. In her bold red dress and fuck-me heels, she owned the room. And he wanted to own her. Petite and curvy, with long chocolate-brown hair that fell down her back in wild curls, she was the antithesis of every too-thin female he'd dated and kept at arm's length. But she was with his half-brother, which meant he had to steer clear. "I thought you were leaving," Olivia said from beside him. "I am." He should, if he could tear his gaze away from her. "If you wait for Tyler and Scott, you might just relax enough to have fun," she said of their brothers. "Come on, please." Olivia used the pleading tone he never could resist. "Yeah, please, Ian. Come on," his sister Avery said, joining them, looking equally mature in a silver gown that showed way too much cleavage. At 22, she was similar in coloring and looks to Olivia, and he wasn't any more ready to think of her as a grown-up, never mind letting other men ogle her, than he was with her sister. Ian set his jaw, amazed these two hadn't been the death of him yet. "So what am I begging him to do?" Avery asked Olivia. Olivia grinned. "I want him to stay and hang out for a while. Having fun is probably out of the question, but I'm trying to persuade him to let loose." "Brat," he muttered, unable to hold back a smile at Olivia's persistence. He stole another glance at his lady in red. He could no more leave than he could approach her, he thought, frustrated because he was a man of action, and right now he could do nothing but watch her. "Well?" Olivia asked. He forced his gaze to his sister and smiled. "Because you two asked so nicely, I'll stay." But his attention remained on the woman now dancing and laughing with his half-brother. Riley Taylor felt his eyes on her from the moment she entered the elegantly decorated ballroom on the arm of another man. As it was, her heels made it difficult enough to maneuver gracefully. Knowing a devastatingly sexy man watched her every move only made not falling on her ass even more of a challenge. Alex Dare, her best friend, was oblivious. Being the star quarterback of the Tampa Breakers meant he was used to stares and attention. Riley wasn't. And since this was his father's birthday bash, he knew everyone here. She didn't. She definitely didn't know him. She'd managed to avoid this annual party in the past with a legitimate work excuse one year, the flu another, but this year Alex knew she was down in the dumps due to job problems, and he'd insisted she come along and have a good time. While Alex danced with his mother, then sisters, she headed for the bar and asked the bartender for a glass of ice water. She took a sip and turned to go find a seat, someplace where she could get off her feet and slip free of her offending heels. She'd barely taken half a step when she bumped into a hard, suit-clad body. The accompanying jolt sent her water spilling from the top of her glass and into her cleavage. The chill startled her as much as the liquid that dripped down her chest. "Oh!" She teetered on her stilettos, and big, warm hands grasped her shoulders, steadying her. She gathered herself and looked up into the face of the man she'd been covertly watching. "You," she said on a breathy whisper. His eyes, a steely gray with a hint of blue in the depths, sparkled in amusement, and something more. "Glad you noticed me, too." She blinked, mortified, no words rushing into her brain to save her. She was too busy taking him in. Dark brown hair stylishly cut, cheekbones perfectly carved, and a strong jaw completed the package. And the most intense heat emanated from his touch as he held on to her arms. His big hands made her feel small, not an easy feat when she was always conscious of her too full curves. She breathed in deeply and was treated to a masculine, woodsy scent that turned her insides to pure mush. Full-scale awareness rocked her to her core. This man hit all her right buttons. "Are you all right?" he asked.